Mga higala, kumusta? Welcome to another episode of the Cheryl Makali Carriaga Show. Today is January 22, 2022, and we are live at Digital TV Channel 51, Parasat and Jade Cable TV, that is Channel 27, 28, and 29. And we're also live at DEARBC Cable TV, Analog Channel 19, DEARBC Cable TV Digital Channel 2, and of course we're also live at our FB page, JowTV_official. And of course, you could also watch us at YouTube channel, JowTV 51_official. The Department of Science and Technology, or DOST, is the premier science and technology body in the country, charged with the twin mandate of providing central direction, leadership, and coordination of all scientific and technological activities, and of formulating policies, programs, and projects to support the national developments. Ladies and gentlemen, on the studio today, let us all welcome the Science Research Specialist 1, ladies and gentlemen, the Information Officer of DOST Region 10. Let us all welcome Julie Ann Baculio. Hi, Julie. How are you? And also we have in the studio right now a Science Research Specialist 1, Renato Macubudbud. Hi, Ren. How are you? Okay, so today we're going to talk about the developments of the DOST, and first we're going to discuss the DOST Science Education Institute Scholarship Program. So, Joel, can you tell us about what S&T Undergraduate Scholarship is?
Yes, our S&T, Science and Technology Undergraduate Scholarship, is for upcoming first-year college students.
Okay.
So they are taken by the current grade 12 students of the year.
I see, okay.
And then it has lots of privileges, and Sir Renato can very much explain that.
Okay.
Okay, so for these scholarship privileges, the scholars will get 7,000 monthly stipend,
okay,
and 5,000 book allowance per semester, and a tuition subsidy of 20,000 per semester.
Okay, so there are other information regarding the scholarships with the priority S&T programs and study placements, scholarship privileges, qualification requirements. We have to discuss this so that people will know, how to qualify and how to get the scholarship at the same time.
Yes, we have list of priority courses. So our S&T scholarship for undergraduate students is not open to all.
Yes.
So, Sir Docs, we can at least name a few.
Yes.
For these scholarship qualifications, the grade 12 student must belong in the STEM strand.
Okay.
And for the non-STEM, they must belong to the upper 5% of the graduating non-STEM class.
Okay.
For them to be qualified to apply for the scholarship program.
Are there any standards in terms of income or any status that has to qualify for the underprivileged?
For now, it is equal slots are given to all applicants, so there is no restrictions as to the income of the applicants.
How about the grades? Are there any grade qualifications to apply?
The grade qualifications is just for the STEM and the non-STEM strand. So the non-STEM strand must, as I said earlier, must belong to the upper 5% of their non-STEM batch.
Okay. So let's talk about this junior level science scholarship. What is this?
Yes, the Junior Science Level Scholarship is for upcoming third-year college students. So they are this what we call the second chance for those who did not pass the undergraduate scholarship when they were upcoming first-year college students. So if they become regular third-year students, they can take that.
Okay. So there are other also programs that you actually offered, like, for example, the graduate scholarships. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, we have graduate scholarship programs. We have the Accelerated Science and Technology Scholarship Programs. This is intended for those who plan to attend postgraduate scholarships under the S&T field. We also have the ERDP, or the Engineering Research and Development Program, which focuses on the fields of engineering.
I see.
And then the CBP SME, the Capacity Building Program for Science and Math Teachers, which also caters to those who want to take postgraduate scholarships in math and science education.
I see. So there are a lot of privileges, and of course there are a lot of opportunities for these graduates when they graduate. Will they have an opportunity to work with DOST, or is this the purpose why we're actually giving scholarships for them to be employed for DOST?
For the junior level science scholarship programs, we actually have the RA 10612 program where the scholars, after they graduate, they are immediately deployed under the DepEd.
I see.
So they are given automatic regular slots. We have the teacher 1 positions and the special science teacher 1 positions.
So this is a great opportunity for them, especially if they get the scholarships. There is a good guarantee for them to be employed after which of their graduation. So let's talk about more of the developments, because I know that this helps a lot. And can we tell the statistics of how many have we successfully had graduated for the year 2020 to 2021?
For year 20 to 2021, we actually have more than 100 scholar graduates.
Wow.
Most of them are under the RA 10612 programs, which are they are now currently deployed in DepEd.
Okay, so let's talk about the the formulation of the scholarship, because we know we don't have a face-to-face the way how we implement this, as a format of how we educate them and how we let or send them to school, especially with other colleges. We are not allowed to have a face-to-face. So how is this formulation going on now?
Yeah, we are currently conducting online registration.
I see.
So
There's really no
face-to-face.
no face-to-face, no possibility of them coming into DOST, applying for it.
Yeah, no.
So you
We
have to have
online-
strategies.
Yeah, online applications, and then since last year, Sir Doc, there was
Since the
no
pandemic.
exam.
Oh wow.
There were no exams. So what we were asking from the applicants were their grades from grade 9
Grade 9 to grade
to
11.
grade 11.
I see.
Yes, ma'am.
So you really have to accumulate them first before they qualify.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
And they must have a standing record of good grades because
yes,
for them to
definitely.
qualify, because you just cannot enter, you see DOST is actually the center for geniuses. That's what they call it, because this is where the people, invent technologies and advancement. And that's why I was asking Julie if there was already an innovation for a viral detection because of this COVID, And I know that the DOST has to have a formulation of this, and in fact, we'll be working on some advanced, like for example, in Japan, like they could already detect when you enter the airport. They know that there's something wrong with you. You have viruses and stuff, so you cannot enter the country. So we might as well develop that kind of technology, right?
Yeah, we hope so.
And we're very confident with DOST that you've been having this innovation, and you've been helping inventors, so that inventors will not actually go abroad and be utilized there, but the scholars that we have, and of course the geniuses that we have, and the inventors should stay to give them a better offer. So, so far, what are our counter offers? Because I heard, Julie, that you have this program that you're actually inviting all of those inventors and chemists and all that to come back to the country to actually exercise and actually give their how do you call this, their knowledge to the country.
Yes, we do have the Balik Scientist program. So it's to entice our scientists who are currently deployed at other countries. So we entice them through many benefits to hopefully cater to their needs as scientists. But usually the scientists who avail the Balik Scientist program were really very
Patriotic?
Yeah, patriotic to the country, because they love serving the country, but limited lang ang atong resources, and then limited ang ato ang mga machinery for their researches. So we have a few na who avail the Balik Scientist program.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's great. That's good news. At least, you know, because I've heard somebody from where COVID was actually, you know, there was a Filipino who were working on, you know, the cure for COVID, and then it was not accepted in the Philippines, and that he was accepted in Indonesia now. It passed through 3 phases. So, you know, sometimes sayang ang ilang mga abilidad, no? Ilang kahibalo if we're not going to take advantage of that. That's why we have to entice all of our scientists now to actually stay and help us out, you know, because the country needs these people, right? So let's discuss more furthermore. We've discussed about all of this scholarship. So probably we could talk more about some developments other than the scholarships. I know that the DOST also offers a lot of programs wherein you help entrepreneurs develop their products, and that we will be able to give them some technologies to further advance them in their production.
Yes, we do have the Small Enterprise Technology Upgrading Program. So it upgrades the technology of our micro, small, and medium enterprises. So all our MSMEs have to do is that they should be registered at the BIR and DTI for them to avail our setup. It's not automatic. It will go through a lot of process. It will go through a proposal, review, evaluation before finally availing our Small Enterprise Technology Upgrading
And you also
program.
require feasibility studies for this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
We have to make
So
a
madugo
proposal.
di ay ang
We have to
proseso.
study also their financial growth.
I see. And if they're actually producing or
Yes.
actually making some good investment to it, so we have to look for the long run
Yes,
of how
ma'am.
they're developing it and how the income comes in, right? Because I think they will be paying for this
Yes.
equipments that they're actually going to provide for them. But though it's minimal for the payments, right?
Yeah, they will pay it after 1 year of operation. So they will pay it for 3 years with no interest.
Wow, that is great.
Yes, ma'am.
So, are you're also in touch with, because the programs that we have are actually incorporated with a lot of agencies like DTI.
Yes.
So, in order for them, there also a need for them to actually go through teach me technology, like how to run a business, because not all of us knows how to, you know, run a business. So they have to have this kind of schooling where they will develop how to really manage the production and the investments and what comes in, what comes out, and having the books and all that. So at least we are incorporating it with some other agencies at the same time. So Julie, what's new with DOST now? What are we developing? Because people are actually expecting, you know, what is it that the DOST is developing now? Because I know that every year you guys are developing something under your research. And so far, what are the breakthrough that you have for 2021?
For 2021, we have the Orobest innovation.
Okay.
So it's actually it's an innovation that help MSMEs grow more, know more about their business, innovate products for their business. One proponent we have in Orobest innovation is the yung entrepreneur natin for malunggay capsules. One
Which
of
is
their
a good source of energy.
yes, ma'am. One of their challenge is that they want to have malunggay capsule with spirulina.
Wow.
And
okay.
then spirulina is very limited here in our place. So they partnered with our Orobest innovation. Our Orobest innovation bridges industry and the academe. So the academe will do the research, and it will be applied to the business as an innovation.
Right.
So
spirulina is actually a food supplement, right?
yes, ma'am. So
It decreases blood sugar, maintains the lower downs the high blood pressure, I think.
yeah. It has many benefits. So, the company, the entrepreneur, is really looking forward to combine malunggay and spirulina in one capsule. So, because of that challenge, the shortage of spirulina, the academe make a research about that, and now I think they are looking forward to the spirulina farm na.
I see.
So for the continuous
Spirulina is a
production.
plant. Is it a plant?
I think, ma'am.
Okay, I see.
So
And then there are also innovations that I know that we are incorporating ourselves for USTP, and there are some students out there who are actually developing some inventions. How is that coming along?
yeah, we partner with USTP. Actually, we partner with USTP for the Food Innovation Center. We partner with them for the startup businesses here in our city, in our region. So there's so many projects, and the latest laboratory or center we have is the MIIC. It's engineering center, engineering innovation center. We have lots of equipment there, but unfortunately because of COVID, wala pa, no more visitors pa.
I see. So there was also a time where I visited the BAF with the regional director that you have. You remember that trip?
Yes, ma'am.
So we were able to actually assist the CMU for developments when it comes to growing cows. And we were donating some of the millions for them for this research. How is that developing now? What's the update on that?
Okay, it's the cattle research,
Cattle
I guess.
research, yes.
Yeah, sorry, I have no information about that yet.
Oh, I was expecting that we could visit it and then probably know
Yes, ma'am.
what's
Hopefully
happening.
soon.
Hopefully you will arrange that so that we will cover the developments, because it's been like 2 years now? It's been 2
Yeah,
years? So at least we will know the development, because we're very interested on that, because technology and when the application from the technical and then applied to our cattle growers now will help them,
Yes, ma'am.
and the cattle growers itself on how to develop more, in terms of raising their cattle
Yes, ma'am.
for their livelihood. So now, what are other do we cater to? I know that DOST has a lot of contributions in terms of our economic status. I know that you are also helping out some SMEs for them to develop and supply in demand and the supply. So how is the OST in terms of our developments in the food production in the country or in the region as well? I know that we are also incorporating ourselves with our farmers in Bukidnon.
Yeah.
So what's the latest update on that?
Yes, it's still ongoing. We have the Small Enterprise Technology Upgrading Program for the MSMEs in Bukidnon. We also have the Community Empowerment through
Right.
Science and Technology Program for the communities, specifically the 4th to 6th class communities in Bukidnon.
I see.
The last time, as what I've mentioned, we helped the community of the indigenous people there. In fact, there was one community that squash is very abundant in the area.
Okay.
So to improve or to give livelihood to the community there, they made noodles out of squash.
Wow, that is
Yes, ma'am.
awesome.
So there is an equipment for that.
Uh-huh.
So we improve their community through science and technology, and now
Is
they
it
are
still
actually
going on now?
Yes, ma'am.
And it's been released to the market now?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, they have finished products na.
So was the samples already given?
Yes.
And, okay, that's good. That's good. I should try that.
Squash noodles.
I like noodles. So
Also,
that's
ma'am,
just one thing.
since we're talking about food innovation, yesterday we have a virtual presser on the virgin coconut oil against
Wow.
COVID-19.
Wow! No way!
Yeah.
Tell us more about that, Jewel. That's
So,
very interesting.
The first clinical trials for VCO was conducted last year at
Okay.
the Santa Rosa Hospital.
Did you bring some samples?
Sorry.
Okay, go ahead,
Sorry.
Jewel.
So, for the Santa Rosa volunteer patients who have mild to moderate symptoms and
Okay.
who tested positive, they were given VCO 0.6 ml per kilogram weight every after meal. So the symptoms disappeared after 2 days.
What?
Yes,
Really?
ma'am. Slowly disappearing after
So
2
that
days.
is just really good news.
Yes, ma'am. Slowly disappearing.
Is that only the VCO or any VCO we can use?
As long as it is FDA approved and it has the Philippine National Standard seal.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
So that is multiplied by your weight. So
Yes,
how
ma'am.
many ml do you have to take?
For the
For
first
example,
3 days.
What's your weight now?
56
56 kilos. So if 56 kilos, how many
times 0.6.
times 0.6
Yeah.
of your kilograms? Oh,
Yes,
wow. So that's the
So
intake.
that's for the first 3 days.
That's the first 3 days.
Yeah.
And then after the 3 days.
After the first 3 days, it's 1.2 na. 1.2 ml.
Wow, that
per
is
kilogram
crazy. See, when we invite DOSC, we will learn so much, and then we will learn that VCO is actually very helpful
Yes.
in terms of curing COVID-19. So that's clinically tested, right?
Yes, ma'am. Clinical trials at Santa Rosa, Laguna. So after day 14, all
As long
symptoms
as
are
it's
gone.
mild symptom.
Mild to moderate.
Wow,
Yes,
that is
ma'am.
crazy.
So-
So we have to buy VCOs, and you have to have it at home.
Yes,
Because that's very
actually
helpful.
we had another clinical trial, to increase the confidence of the people to believe in VCO.
And we should campaign for that, Jewel.
Yes, ma'am.
We
Yes,
should
ma'am.
really campaign
That's why
for that.
we
Do
conducted
you have
virtual
any ads for that, so we could actually have the campaign?
Um,
What's your strategy now? How are you campaigning? Is it on the
We
World Wide
are,
Web, social
no.
media pages?
Yeah, social
Okay.
media. That's why yesterday we had a virtual presser with the secretary of the DOSC, Secretary Fortunato de la Peña, and they announced the results of the VCO clinical trials, the 2 sets of clinical trials in different hospitals. So the second clinical trial again proved VCO to be very effective. The first clinical trial was taking VCO directly, like VCO in a cup after a meal. The second clinical trial was mixing VCO in their food.
What?
Yes, ma'am. Like in the water or juice.
Well, that is crazy.
So
That is just blowing my mind
Yes,
that VCO can actually cure mild to moderate symptoms
Yes.
of COVID. So that's really good news now. And that's one thing we should try to,
Yeah.
inform the public that is very that is one of the technologies and the breakthroughs that we have with DOST. Furthermore, Julie, what are we having for the next year, and what are we trying to expect for 2022? What are we developing now as of 2021 that we're going to expect the developments on 2022?
Yeah, we are still continuing our programs, projects, and services. So because the UST is mandated to do that. So for the information of everybody, as mentioned earlier, we have the Small Enterprise Technology Upgrading Program. That's our banner program to upgrade our MSMEs, our micro, small, and medium enterprises. Also, we have the Community Empowerment through Science and Technology Program that empowers 4th to 6th class communities.
Okay.
So it has 5 entry points. So we empower them through livelihood, through disaster risk and reduction management, through education, through health. No, so because we conduct rollout of food technologies to malnourished children
Right.
in poor communities in our region. Also, we are continuing the scholarship programs. In fact, the submission of requirements is extended, Sir Docs, until January 31. But the application is closed already for undergraduate and JLSS scholarship. So that is for the upcoming first year and upcoming third year college students. We also are continuing, ma'am, our disaster risk reduction management services to the public. Also, our consultancy and services, there we have the food safety, we have the many things that trainings, the workshops. So if we have entrepreneurs there that you want to request training from us, training from experts, you can contact us. You can send a letter to our regional director for
And I think
that.
there's also consultation for that, just in
Yes.
case if they have somewhat like a project in mind and an invention in mind that they wanted to develop, I think the OSC can also help them develop it.
Yes, ma'am.
With their ideas, right?
Food
So-
innovation.
Yes, that's great. So in terms of preservation, we also have that, right?
Yes,
Like how
ma'am.
to prolong the food production. Will it last for a week? And then at least there is a monitoring wherein when the food expires. I mean, that's very important.
Yes.
In fact, you have a program for that. Like if you had a program the last time when we had the OST here, you
Yeah.
were discussing that at the same
Yeah.
time, right? So tell us
Yeah.
more
For
about
the
what's
food
happening there.
safety.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have a website for it.
Yeah, we are promoting the Safe Food Bite mobile application. So there you can report food frauds. You can report food na
Expired.
expired.
And then it's still in the market.
Yeah. So you can take a picture of it and then you can set it. It's very easy to use. You can download it at the Play Store. Not available on the iPhone users pa. O
Wow.
Android pa muna.
Okay.
And then, ma'am, we still have our regional standards and testing laboratories.
Yes,
We are
yes,
still
yes, yes.
accepting samples, and we are still calibrating our different equipment. And then we are accepting food and water sample for microbiology and chemical laboratories.
Oh, that's great. So you were talking about the calibration, and I know that there are some of which that are under calibration now, and that we are able to do that and help our entrepreneurs, and it's going to be released. What are the latest form of calibrations now that we're working on with the OSD?
From what I know, we now have we can now calibrate the yung sa blood pressure.
What is it?
Yung equipment natin sa blood pressure, ma'am.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we can now calibrate that. Also the thermal guns that we use in the malls.
Now it's now digital. This is the new approach now. We don't have like the basic manual for that. At least we're working on the calibration that to improve that,
Yeah.
especially on body temperature. Do we have that kind of technology we're working on, especially on the airports, wherein we would know if that person is sick and has something like a problem when it comes into the country?
We hope our investors could do that. Inventors could do that. No? We are actually conducting regional invention contests and exhibits
When?
every twice a year. So there we gather all the inventions from our inventors, and we gather them through an exhibit and a competition as well. So
There's
we
an
hope-
expo that happens every year, Jewel. When is that going to happen? Although last year it
yeah.
was already
Online.
online.
Yes, ma'am.
There were no face-to-face, and there were no product actually displayed because of COVID. And now we're on the verge of, understanding that Omicron is here and it's spreading like wildfire, and it's having a lot of problems. So what are we planning for next year's 2022 Expo?
Same
format?
Same, yeah. But we are actually hoping to conduct it face to face,
Okay.
especially when we exhibit the different inventions.
I think we could do that, but at least that all of which that comes in with the expo should be vaccinated to be safe,
Yeah.
right? So only the vaccinated can come in for the expo. Well, now if you're an exhibitor and if you're not vaccinated, then, well, you're not allowed to have the display, right?
Maybe we can do that, ma'am.
Yes, I think that's a good idea, and at least we can require that there's no vaccination, no entry, no vaccination, no display. So I think that's also one of the things that we have to look forward to, because this is a very big expo that we do almost every year, and inviting investors from other regions to come, and at least they would know that we're developing this in Region 10, and then it would become a template in other regions, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That's good. So now that we are proceeding for 2022, I know that we are expecting are we expecting graduates for this year?
Yeah, we will be having graduates by around end of May.
I see. So how many are we expecting for them to graduate?
Same as last year, we expect almost more than 100.
I see. And then by this time, at least we could actually have them prepared for what is needed for the country in terms of their creativity and their mind and their genius mind that creates a lot of inventions, and we should expect that from them.
Yeah, these scholar
What are the courses that might as well give us a little update on who and what kind of courses are they graduating in May?
Yeah, the scholarship program caters to science and technology and engineering courses. So we have actually Bachelor of Science in Biology, Chemistry, Physics. We also have in the fields of engineering, we have civil engineering, chemical engineering, and other engineering courses.
Okay.
So these scholar graduates are actually required to render service in the country for a minimum of 4 to 5 years, depending on their course.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
I mean, at least they're going to pay it forward,
yes,
right?
yes.
Like the government has given you some opportunities and privileges to go to school for free. Now, with that, I mean, after you graduate, at least you could serve the country for 5 years, right?
Yeah, that's actually a form of their return of service and paying it forward to the country.
That's great. That's really great. So, are they? We do have a preparation for that, just in case if they, they're graduating in May. So, are we preparing for their possessions for this year?
For the RA 10612 graduates, they are assured of a teaching position in DepEd.
So the DepEd is incorporated with this one. When they graduate, they will. Oh, that's great.
Yes.
That's really, really great. So at least that we know that the DOST is moving forward, and we have a lot of programs. Therefore, and so far, Jewel, with our response with our businesses, can we discuss about, what are the products that we utilize for, especially that we have in Region 10? Is it coconut, sugar? Because we have a lot of products here in Region 10, and which is the top 3 of the products that we have that we're utilizing as of the moment.
I would say one is the bakery, ma'am.
I see. Okay.
There are a lot of bakery.
I know that you have the Nutribond.
Yeah,
is back.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, there's no face-to-face. So supposedly that was providing for the students to have this Nutriband,
but
right?
actually the demand
What
is still
happened?
high. The
It's
demand
still high?
still, yes, ma'am.
And where are you guys applying it?
DepEd, the SWD, they are ordering from our proponents who are now adapters of our Nutriband technology.
I see. But these are given probably on in areas wherein nutrition is needed.
Yes,
Like the Nutrition Council is actually knows about where the areas are where the kids are actually in need of nutrition.
Yeah, we also have it's not yet available on the market. It's still to be launched. The ready-to-eat food, emergency foods.
Yes.
Ready to eat.
Like in Afghanistan, where the soldiers actually have this, where they're in battle, when they go,
Yes,
they
ma'am.
have this ready food and they just have to heat it and that's it.
Yes.
Hot water and instant food.
Ready to eat arroz caldo. Ready to eat binignit.
No way!
Yeah, we have.
We have that?
It's still to be launched.
Okay. So at least we're developing it now.
Yes, ma'am. But the
that's
equipment is now here. It's in our adapter na. It's in our proponent na. So we are just to launch the products.
I think the technology is very important when it comes to preservation, because sometimes how the food is wasted and that bacteria. How do you kill the bacteria so that it will not grow in food and that the food will be preserved? That's one thing I wanted to know.
Yeah. It depends on the packaging and labeling, and also it depends on your raw materials.
Right.
Yeah.
I see. So that's really good news. So there's a lot of great things that we're hearing from the OST now and the developments thereof, and that's really good. So moving forward for 2022, I know that you guys are busy now and you're in preparations for other researches. And what are the research that is actually applied to you that you wanted to develop for 2022?
Actually, ma'am, speaking of research and development, yesterday it was also discussed that we now have a Tawatawa capsule as dengue cure.
See? Tawatawa?
Isn't
Isn't
we are
that
the first
the cure for typhoid fever?
dengue.
Ay, dengue, yes.
We are the first to make a dengue cure.
Wow.
So
Out of
it's
Tawatawa?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
Tawatawa
is it
Capsule.
clinically
was
tested
announced
now,
yesterday.
or are we still working on it?
I think the clinical trials are already finished.
No
because,
way!
Because
So tell us more
naman,
about that.
capsules
That's very
naman-
exciting.
Yeah. It was announced yesterday by our secretary. So
No, but it's not in the market yet, right?
it's not yet in the market.
So I think it has to be approved by FDA and all that before it comes out, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So that's good.
Yeah.
Wow.
We now have our cure.
Aside
for
from Tawatawa, what are other technologies that we're actually investing on now?
We are now researching also on Lagundi against COVID.
Lagundi for COVID.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because some are claiming na they have Lagundi leaves and then they just boil it and then they are claiming na they are cured against COVID. So, but the OST is more on
The
research,
study.
the
Yeah, you
study.
have to
So
study.
we have to standardize.
And we have to make some trials before
Yes,
we
ma'am.
can, make a conclusion for that it's very effective or
Yes.
not effective.
That's why we have to standardize also. But Lagundi is now available in the market. So we are our first clinical trials were also done for Lagundi, and it was proven to also be effective.
Yeah, I think I would really, believe on the nature, and how it has cured all of our ancestors and like our mga ninuno,
Yes.
they call it, and they survived for many years without any, capsules or any drugs, and they were okay. They actually lasted for 104. My grandma, actually, one of my grandmas actually survived at 112.
Wow.
Can you imagine?
Wow.
I mean, although 112 is not in the, in the brightest mind already because, he makalimutin na, and then there are dementias that comes in, and then there are schizophrenia that actually comes in with the disease, because I think as the mind gets old, there are a lot of tendencies of the mental health to decline. But the thing is, we were very happy about all of these things that we're trying to look at, because I think there are actually a proof to this, that the nature and all of these bounties from the natural leaves and how our grandparents and our great-great-grandparents have been using them, and it has cured a lot of people, especially with
Yes.
malaria, and we were using all of this before, and I think we have to believe that we can develop on these technologies, and we have to believe in nature, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So aside from that, Julie, we're trying to expect that the OST can also deliver. What is our COVID response so far from the last 2019 when it broke out, and then 2020? It started in December 2019, but in 2020 it really broke hell loose. So by 2020, it's now 2 years. Oh my God! What are we doing about it? And what was our COVID response for the last 2 years?
Yeah, we started with giving face masks, face shields, innovated face shields. We started with that because we have supplies in our office, so we donated PPEs to NMMC, to our frontliners. And also after that, we are conducting free calibration of our COVID, our vaccine storages, our thermal guns. Those are free for our government offices. And also,
But if it's private, they have to. They actually have to pay.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
okay,
Private.
okay.
We were also helping hospitals in their ventilator repairs.
Okay.
So we partnered with hospitals who have damaged ventilators for their COVID-19 patients. So it was forwarded to us. Then we processed the repairs, and then so many. We also have different COVID-19 measures from different units. Like for scholarships, we now conduct online registration. For our setup unit, we now conduct online trainings,
Wow,
online
okay.
consultations, and also we yesterday lang gani, we have online academy for MSMEs who want to innovate their products. So it's a 5-month long course for our MSMEs. So that's our steps in against this COVID is usually online, and then calibration, testing. Yes, that's
Oh, that's good. So we have about 5 minutes before the hour of 10 o'clock and before we end the show. Any announcements with you, Mr. Ren, for the scholarships?
Okay, I would like to encourage everyone to apply for the upcoming undergraduate scholarship programs, which will open around August 22 this year. So all the incoming grade 12 students there by school year 2022-23, we encourage you to apply for the undergraduate scholarship programs.
Okay. Jewel, any parting message?
Yes, we invite all the viewers to like our Facebook page. It's DOST space 10. We are also visible on YouTube, on TikTok, on Twitter, and on Instagram.
Okay. Thank you very
Please
much.
follow us.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was our guest for today, the Research Specialist 1, of course, the Information Officer of Region 10 DOST. And of course, we have Ran. Thank you very much for coming. And to all of you out there who's listening, and to all the 24 municipalities of Misamis Oriental and the 2 component cities of Misamis Oriental, of course, with our Cagayan de Oro City, and all of the 80 barangays under Cagayan de Oro City. Thank you very much to all of our televiewers now. Thank you very much. Until next Saturday, once again, between 9 to 10 in the morning for the Cheryl Macali Coriaga Show. Please do not ask for what the government could do for you, but always ask what you can do for the government. Let's have fight corruption. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Oh, man.